Okay, the next deck of the day. German UK Combined Arms. So for those who aren't familiar, Combined Arms refers to this card here, but more broadly, it refers to the archetype of trying to combine as many unit types as possible into one deck. And for this archetype, I would say, falls in what I would call a aggressive mid-range deck. And what that means is that we are looking to be well suited against other aggressive decks by taking on a more controlling role, but against the slower decks in the game, we're still able to run them down and close games out very quickly. And so to that end, you know, we have cards like Blitzkrieg and Combined Arms itself that can be utilized along with things like the SDKFZs and these Humber Mk IIs, this Fury tank that can really deal a lot of damage out of nowhere against our opponent. You know, we're also running cards like 35 Panzer T and Encirclement, so very aggressive cards. But against other aggressive decks, we have tools such as Joint Operation, ALBACORE Mk I, the #1 Commando, Nebelwerfer, and FLAMMPANZER. Just all these units, for the most part, that can take out our opponent's units while also developing our own board. Okay, so hence why I would say this falls in a more aggressive mid-range area, though. Are we gonna still be fast enough to get under what some of the slower decks are doing in this game? I don't know. Let's play some games and find out. Before I do that, is there anything else I wanted to mention? Yeah, I mean, with all of our great like units with deploy effects that can destroy or potentially destroy, and even our #1 Commando, these pair really well with NACHSCHUB to just generate a ton of tempo. And we saw this in another game that we played on stream before, but #1 Commando with Encirclement's kind of a cool combination. Getting like 2 Death Touch units in the front line, one of which can then suddenly attack, can allow us to take out big problem units on the other side of the board out of nowhere, especially like guard units when we're trying to like close games out. So we'll see if that comes to pass. So let's just jump into some games and see how we do. Oh, before I do that though, let's update the deck command. Where are you? Did that thing copy correctly? It looks weird. This is the smallest import code I've ever seen. I wonder why. Are we just running a lot of 4-ofs or something? Alright. There we go. Alright, let's begin. Yeah, well, I'm hoping we get to hear that Humber sound effect a lot this set. Alright, we're playing a British deck. Could be British control. Let's see if we can actually run him down here. Yep, I think I'm keeping that Humber on one for sure. Neb is okay if he's on commandos. Not sure if our commando's very good though. Albacore, probably not the greatest two. Again, if he's on commandos, it's a good 2-drop. And then we have another tank over here. Do we keep this whole hand? Or is this bad? Maybe I'm supposed to cut these slower cards. No, let's just keep it and see how we do. We're on the draw too, which is kind of unfortunate. That makes me want to get this into the front line, but he's likely to have some guard units, so let's just get this down and maybe it can help us fight through those. We're not exactly close to going off with this card yet. One of the things I forgot to mention during the deck explanation, despite the name of this deck, it could be that the combined arms we have in the deck would just be better as like a third Blitzkrieg and some other card. What other card that is, I don't know. So our opponent's looking like they're playing the next deck that we're moving on to later in the day, which is UK Soviet Commandos. Had to do it for the sound effect. It might have been right to move this up instead, but gotta get him with the sound effect. Okay, our opponent's playing like they have a carpet bombing in hand, so we would like to see they do have interception. That's unfortunate. Or whatever that one's called, secret operatives. What's better here? This survives more pings, this draws us cards. I think I'd rather have the thing that survives pings. We could also just bounce this back to hand, and then when he replays it, we can just kill it with one of these two. But now we're just gonna go all out, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's funny. Sometimes they don't have it, chat. Sometimes they don't have it. So what's everyone's preferred deck this season so far? Because I've been finding that I'm partial to all the ramp decks that are out there right now, particularly like US British based ones, kind of like the one we just played. But I think my favorite deck so far is still German US Exploit the Gap. I think that's something we're going to play again on stream very, very shortly. Very, very soon, I should say. Well, I think we keep one of them. I think I like that. I'm not sure about you. Look for something else. FLAMMPANZER's nice. Just a solid card, but a lot of the British decks are running, you know, it's good for against that, for example. But it's good against the air decks because of the swordfish. No, why aren't you a fan of that? Are you just not a fan of that deck, or do you think they're like it's oppressive? Because I kind of like that Honey made Commandos decks viable again, because Commandos was just kind of a... It just kind of fell by the wayside, so it's kind of nice to see them back again. Also, how much of a delay is there on my stream? Doesn't seem like there is. That just popped up. Well, that's rude. Oh, yeah, just type in !deck and you'll get the import code. I don't think I want to run out the SDKFZ just yet. Well, let's get rid of that finally, before he gains infinite health. That's a good hit because it dies to carpet bombing anyway. That's a good hit because it's not our unit. It says it's invalid? Is there something wrong with the import? I'll try again after, I knew the code looked weird to me when I copied it and updated the command. So I'm definitely gonna try again. Ooh, another joint op. Alright, I'll update it when, after this match, we'll double check. Oh, I missed the character. I see what I did now. I missed the character. Put an N at the end of that import code. I still have the, like, notepad thing that I used to... Sorry, guys. Now it should work. Alright, back to the game. I'm surprised we haven't gotten carpet bombing yet. Oof. Ooh. So I go... If I play Blitzkrieg... Oh, he's just dead, right? I don't have to do the calculations here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then only one of those can attack. So yeah, let's just do this. So it works now, yeah? It sounds like it. The import code works now. Still one of the shortest import codes I've seen yet, though. I wonder why that is. Maybe it's just got a lot of ones in it. That's why it looks so small to me. Yes, 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 yes. I kind of like all of this. Maybe we want to look for something that can help deal with commandos, or like we want a FLAMMPANZER. No, I think this is okay. I think I actually play this out on 2, because the following turn he's probably going to play ALBACORE, and then I want to play ADLER and kill the ALBACORE. And then I can actually play the infantry unit at the same time. So yeah, let's do that. Let's play this. He'll pin one of our guys. We can play ADLER, kill it. 22nd infantry, draw a card. The problem is then he has this fighter that eats our 22nd infantry, which is not great. Okay. In that case, let's just do this. Now he's going to play Katyusha and win the coin flip. Watch. Well, at least that means he's nearly out of Bloody Sickle. This card is fun. Really want, feel like this card is just like, just needs a good home, sort of, so to speak. Yes. Am I supposed to take Encirclement for the Humber? I'm probably just supposed to take the FLAMMPANZER, honestly. If he's playing air decks. Because duplicating that's not great when we don't have like a Blitzkrieg in hand or a combined arms, and it just dies to carpet bombing. This at least can take something out and it survives carpet bombing. Remember when we took the FLAMMPANZER just in case? want to play out one of these. Do we replay the FLAMMPANZER? Do we just go face? Could also play this and draw a card. This kind of acts like a distraction because like he probably wants to take this out, but now he might hit this. Now he's just gonna get to do a bunch of stuff. Albacore is notably bad in this matchup because it only hits ground units, not air units. Well, that's nasty. Now we really would like a huh. How much damage does that cause? Play the bomber. Play combined arms. That gives him this gives this +3/+3. We can take out both of these and still survive. Is that good or bad? Am I supposed to hit face? If I hit face, he's dead on board to that next turn. If I... Yeah, I'm probably supposed to hit face. Because if I shoot this... I mean, shooting this means that he can't just do, like, close air support and buff this. But if he's forced to... He also can't carpet bombing and then take this out with the plane. Now he certainly can't carpet bombing, so that's a good thing. I guess we just take it out with our Death Touch unit. I was gonna throw that away, but opponent's being very, very rude. Wow, we needed this far, far sooner. Alright, we can't beat a sweeper anymore, so I'm just gonna play it all out. Pretty sure we have Comet in the deck, though, so... If we don't, I definitely should put it in. No, I actually don't think we have Comet in this deck. So that's almost certainly wrong. Yep. Decent draw. Where were you guys before? Guess we have to try to Blitzkrieg him. If we combined arms, he can use Patriotic Fire. This combined arms, this doesn't get it out of Patriotic Firestorm range, right? Because Patriotic Firestorm's +2, he could just... So maybe we need the threat. We'll move that up so he can't take the front line. This is a distraction if he wants to bomb this. Yeah, maybe because of we can move this up, we're supposed to take the Blitzkrieg. We had enough resources. Oh, he has a guard unit, it just doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, we do not have Comet in this deck. Somewhere in this deck there should be a Comet. Joint operation. Maybe that turn where I had like 2 hits with the Humber was just supposed to hit face. He'd be down to 3. He would have killed our board though the turn following, so I'm not sure how much damage we did that following turn. So it would depend. Well, if that hit like a mosquito or a kitty hawk, we're dead. For sure. We don't have Hummels in the deck or any way to bounce, so I think we can concede here. I don't think there's anything we can do. Yeah. Let's just concede. Move on. Oh, we have the Lightnings. We have the RAAF Lightnings. That could have bounced the guard unit. Is there a trick to make your hand not move to activate countermeasures? Because I didn't see any activation there. Maybe it was just too fast and I didn't notice, or maybe it's during the initial setup for the thing it didn't work. I'm gonna play this out because I'd rather he FLAMMPANZER this than this. I think I want the card advantage the way that this, or I want the draw engine the way this game is playing out. Hopefully the draw engine leads to card advantage. That's not enough. It might be premature to play that out now, but hopefully he's not running Eagle Claws. Ah, root out the enemy. That's a reason not to run it out. Forget that card exists sometimes. I've actually only just started seeing people play it against me today, if I'm being honest. Don't see a lot of other people running it. It's probably because German-based control isn't very popular. People like to play German aggro or mid-range. Huh. Do I want to encircle my artillery? If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we can't play that out too. There's also a good chance he's running a missing or something annoying like that. Well, he's not playing airstrike. They just have it all. They always have it all, don't they? Now we're gonna get Leo'd and we're gonna be sad. Oh my god, root out the enemy. He was so dead to this. I hate resistance so much. Alright, well, if we had played around the first route out the enemy, which we definitely could have, we probably would have been in a better spot. Because our 22nd Infantry could have drawn us more gas. So, yeah, our opponent had the nuts, like, in towards the late game there, but we could have done better. We could have played better in the early game. Definitely need to remember that... Definitely need to remember that root out is a thing. I swear this is like the first day I've ever seen anyone use root out on me since the start of this season. It's probably just gonna get patrolled, but I think it's worth trying to play Adler to encircle it the next turn. Can our opponents stop hitting the literal best card every time they do a random discard? That'd be nice. Now we're gonna get root out the enemy and never draw a blitz unit for the rest of the game. Okay, well, I'm glad that the aggro deck was able to punish the control deck playing expensive, clunky cards. Despite that wolf pack getting that Hail Mary hit on our hand. Kind of like all of this. This is a little speculative, though. So maybe that's the one I cut. Yep. We're going to attempt to joint operation that, I guess. Now we're not doing that. Hopefully we can take the front line and start drawing cards with this 22nd Infantry. And then we can... it has the potential to let us run away with the game here. That's all 3 35Ts he's found in his opener. That's a pretty good hit. So, I mean, at the start of the video, we talked about how this deck is kind of designed to beat other aggressive decks, and this is one of the decks that's designed to beat, right? Like, one of the best draws that the German-US aggro decks can have is the... it involves 109th Engineers, and we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards that kill it on deploy. So, pretty good. Panzer 35T of our own is nice. Unfortunately, we don't have enough resources next turn to encircle this and take out a bomber if he decides to... Oh, that's fine, though. If he wants to use a Patriotic Firestorm on that, I'm okay with it. Feels bad not having something to do with our resources this turn, though, but I don't think I'm supposed to just run out this 35T. We'll just play the Panzer III-H next turn. Hopefully this RAAF slows him down the following turn, such that we can... Now I might just... Oh, there's... Well, that's an option. Yeah, I think I need... Fearing another Patriotic Firestorm. Like, I just want to keep my health total somewhat high. Now I can... Yeah, no, let's just play this out, actually. The Blitzkrieg could be important. But he could also buff one of these and just take it out. I think I like the card advantage. Or the card draw. I think that's what I'll take here. Let's see what he does, though. Sure. Do I combine arms now? I don't think so. Man, encirclements would have been good before, but it could be good next turn at the same time. I think I'd play this out, actually. So we might get to see encirclement plus the #1 commando do some really nasty stuff here. Or it could just have that sweeper, sure. I mean, I can't beat that. It's just... That's game. I don't think we were in a position to play around a sweeper there. We needed to find ways to take those bombers off the table, and we were only drawing our units to do that. We needed to use unit combat to do that. No FLAMMPANZERs. I was planning on using joint operation the following turn, but with after he takes out all our units, the joint operation can't hit anything, so that's how it goes sometimes, I guess. So it's a very, very good sweeper against us. It's cheap and, you know, yeah, it is what it is. Wonder if he's playing a more aggressive build or if he's a ramp. Probably control then. Well, I guess that's what he drew. Well, that's annoying. We're one off from killing this. Guess we just do this. Okay. Darn. Definitely wanted to SDKFZ and then push that back. Oh, that's no longer an option. That won't work. I guess we can just play it and joint op then. I just bounce this, because I don't really care if he replays it. It doesn't kill this. This is kind of useless. If he wants to play an Avenger to take that out, we almost have enough resources to take it out with our Blitz units. Definitely do if we find a infantry unit. Now that we've failed to find that infantry unit, I think we just take this out. Has he shown us his other nation yet? I don't recall. Could be playing British. See if we can get him with this in this Blitzkrieg. Alright, sorry, I was distracted from that call. So we had enough resources to play out this other Panzer, move it up, and then Blitzkrieg, which we definitely should have done, to play around air defense. But it didn't matter. Hey, Devil. Yeah, we're trying a German-UK combined arms list today. And it involves a Humber, because it's a really good one-drop tank, and good target for our combined arms. And as you saw in that game, it's a good Blitzkrieg. It works really well with Blitzkrieg as well. Yeah, well, I think with the new expansion, there's a lot of good cards to combine with Germany to get you that unit variety that you'd want for joint operation, combined arms, and such. Let's battle against the AI while we're waiting. Things like ALBACORE and #1 Commando are decent 2-drops that provide different unit types to help our combined arms and joint ops be good. You have the RAAF Lightning, which is great for generating tempo and is a fighter type, so it's kind of cool. Type ! Deck, and you can get the deck list and then think about what changes you'd like to make and such. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to keep against the AI. It's the AI. Who cares? It all seems fine to me. I think I just play a NEBELWERFER here. Beside the STKFZ. Could also move this forward and start drawing cards as well, I suppose. Let's do this first, actually. This card's pretty good with encirclement, so... getting it out early can be good. This is good with the infantry we have in our hand. Don't know that we want the albacore, although that makes our combined arms better. This also makes our combined arms good, though. That's fine. We have 2 of them. We probably don't need a second. And he didn't hit our gold one, so that's the most important thing, obviously. Let's start with this. Okay, so now I know I don't want to attack with that for sure. I was probably going to use this anyway, but now I'm definitely... Maybe I'm supposed to move this up. I think keeping it in smoke screen probably better, though. You never know what they could end up taking the front line with. Silly AI. So obviously we need to like try to play as big of a combined arms as possible. So let's play out the... And I want to do it to the Humber, obviously, so... See if we can get the RAAF out, or the Lightning out. I keep calling it a RAAF. I just like calling it RAAF. Instead of RAAF. Screw it. I'm just gonna play it. Oh, now we get the double combined arms. Yeah, I mean, I'd be willing to try those. Just send me the list on the Discord channel, and I'll take a look at them. I'm not going to get around to be playing them today, but I could play them Monday, perhaps. Monday and or next Friday. Okay, did you at me? How many games have I been winning that I'm facing Ari right now? We started today in the 500s. Maybe I'm in the top 100 now again. Perfect hit. Our golden boy's going the distance. I don't even. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 unit types, but what are the chances he's playing Desperation? Okay. Let's see if we can actually get to use our Humbers here. Okay, he's getting rid of our draw for sure. Think this is good enough. It's probably gonna FLAMMPANZER this now. Sure. Alright, hoping to dodge desperation. Dead to a Blitzkrieg. Alright, that's a good enough place to end it. So yeah, I think kind of what we talked about at the beginning of the set held true. We're definitely, because we have such a wide variety of units that can deal damage or even destroy other units when they come into play in their early drops. We seem like this deck is well suited against the other aggressive decks in the format, but ultimately might be a tad too slow to get past the mid-range, ramp and control. So in that case, it's like one good matchup does not a good deck make. It would have to be, if we found that we can make this deck actually fast enough to get under what other decks are doing while at the same time having a good aggro matchup, then it would be worth, then it could be reasonably competitive. But I think this is a good basis to, it seems like there's something here. This list seems reasonable. There are definitely some things I might want to switch around. Like, I'm not 100% certain, despite the name of the deck, about the combined arms. It might just be better as another Blitzkrieg and just like something else. Like, we don't have Comet in this deck, for example. See, but like, it might be worth cutting those, adding back the Comet, another Blitzkrieg. Like, maybe this is more reasonable, and if we felt like the combined arms was good enough, like in some situations, like it kind of was there, maybe there's other cards we could consider cutting. Maybe we don't need as many #1 commandos. Maybe the Panzer III-L is a little clunky. That's probably wrong, though. It's so good with encirclements. It's such a good 3-drop anyway. But yeah, anyway, things to consider. Yeah, it might be like 3 Blitzkrieg in a deck that's like full on blitz, like that's running like the 1/3s and such, like, or even some of these. And Whirlwinds, I think, is better because then you can ensure that you get the value off it, which is why my initial thoughts were as well, that we do a split between Blitzkrieg and combined arms. But anyway, combined arms obviously bad against removal. Like, you really want to hit your Humbers with it, but then there's just so much FLAMMPANZER running around. And then oftentimes, by the time you're ready to use combined arms on this, you probably have to use this to take out other units, so it's like not that great. So anywho, oh, let me change that back, because when I post the deck list later, this is not going to be the deck list that we actually played with on stream today. I'll make that change next time.